Well, that was super lame.
It ended before I expected.
You can barely see the numbers counting down on it.
I could see him. Well, I mean, I wasn't looking at the app, so
No, that would probably help. Uh, should I just play our real music and pretend like we're doing a show?
yeah, we can pretend.
Delicious discussions. Come see Dave and Jonny taste something new. Delicious discussions. We'll answer your questions and we'll fight about food.
Welcome to Delicious Discussions, episode 8 for May something 2020-13. I'm Dave. Joining me, of course, is my main man, my man on the internet, Jonny _Casino. Hi, John.
Hi, Dave. It might look like I'm not looking at the screen and I'm looking down and typing.
You were. You are doing that. How are you, John?
Well, okay. So here's what just happened. You know, whenever we do this, I like to tweet it out or something. It's like the one time I ever tweet at all in the last, 3.5 years. So anyway, so I go to do it. So I go into the YouTube app and it's like, you're signed out. I'm like, why am I signed out? I'm like, that's right. So yesterday, day before, something in the last couple of days, I bought a new phone.
Okay.
Now, I did this because my daughter had my old iPhone XR and it was just, it wasn't doing well. It was like freezing up all the time. It just wasn't. It's like, you know what? I'll just buy myself a new one. She can have my 13. I'll have a 14. She's taken care of until she's like in college, right? Like I just pay the price now and I'm done with it. I don't have to worry anymore. The problem is everything like moves over because it's apples to apples, right? It moves over nicely, but certain things sign you out. So I'm signed out of Google and I don't know my password.
Oh, that's an important password.
Yeah. So I basically have to go on my laptop, see if I can get to show password because my laptop has it saved. See if I can make it show the password and then I can type it in. But it could be like one of 5 things with like very slight variations.
Yeah, I do that. I have like 6 passwords total, and they're all just variations of each other, really, with different things added and removed and changed. When I set up this stream, technically the stream is on Twitch, okay? Right? Hi, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
No one's there. I set this
no one's anywhere, Dave. Let's be honest here.
It says 2 people watching, but there's 2 of us on the show right now. So listen, we didn't prep for this much at all. So I had to log into Twitch again. I had to reconfirm my Twitch login for this stream for some reason, and it's because I was like, I'm gonna go harass my other friend on Twitch on my phone. So I logged in on my phone, but that logged me out over here for some reason, and I didn't know the Twitch password. So I had to change the password. Yay. Fun. Jim Young in the chat.
Hi, Jim.
Dave, now. Yes.
Dave, we need to start this try something part of this show because I think it's a thing we do.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, having no idea if I'd actually be available today, but figuring I probably would be. I stopped and grabbed something at the grocery store. What do you do that? And then I'm just going to like walk you through my last month or 2 months, and we'll talk about food throughout that because it'll somehow play in.
Beverage body, sweet fried greens.
I hope you have a drink because I actually didn't confirm that. I assumed. I made an assumption.
I do.
Oh, do you?
A frothy beverage, if you will.
A frothy beverage?
Well, I don't know how much froth is going to be in it. Do you want me to show you what I have?
I would like to see what you have. Show me.
Okay. So I went to a grocery store and then I went to a second one because the first one didn't have chili garlic paste. It was out and I really needed chili garlic paste. And if you've never cooked with chili garlic paste, you're really missing out.
That thing I feel like I've never said I needed.
You probably don't cook much Asian food. If you do, you end up needing chili garlic paste.
I could tell you a story, but I feel like I can't tell it on the air.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Remind me of this conversation. I'll tell you a story later.
Okay. Sounds good. So anyway, so as I'm at the other one, which is kind of like I went to Safeway. Do you have Safeway out there? Is Safeway a thing in your area?
Yeah. I know what a Safeway is, but we don't really have them right here. Like we have Save a Lot, and
So I went to Safeway, basic grocery store. It's where I normally go. But Safeway also is tied with like Albertsons, which I sometimes do go. I don't like going in there. They rearrange the store differently. It's not okay. And then I went to Hagen's, which is like an upscale Safeway. because I couldn't find what I needed. So I go in there. They have a better beer selection sometimes. And I picked up from No Lee Brewery in Spokane, Washington, or Spokane. I live here. I don't know how to say any stuff. I got Cascade Fog. Wait, where's my camera? There it is.
There you go.
India Pale Ale. And you know it's a small brewery when like it's obviously like a generic can they bought and like wrapped their wrapper around it.
Right.
This is 35 IBUs, 7.5 alcohol by volume. It's a hazy IPA. I was gonna go with the Scotch ale because I really like Scotch ales, but I knew it was gonna be warm. It's gotten warm here for no reason, and I don't have air conditioning because I don't know, a lot of houses in Washington don't, and so it has just been warm.
You meant it's going to be warm outside. I didn't want that kind of beer when it's warm outside. Not that the beer would be warm.
Correct. If it was cooler outside, I'd have a heavier beer like a Scotch ale. It'd be delicious. But I wanted something lighter, so I went with a hazy IPA. So we're gonna try to pour this bad boy here.
All right, I'm ready. I did not bring a glass to show you the horrendous color of this beverage.
See, that's not bad looking. It's hazy.
Yeah, hazy. All right, you want me to tell you while we wait for that head to go down a little bit?
Yeah.
So on Friday night stream, we tried the new limited edition Baja Hard Mountain Dew mix pack. It has 3 or 4. It's 4 variations of the Hard Mountain Dew in the Baja range of pineapple, mango, regular Baja, and there's one other one, and it is not coming to me. Live chat, please help me. But when we reviewed the original Mountain Dew, Hard Mountain Dew, I didn't really like the Baja. I actually thought it was kind of a miss, like a hard miss. It's like it's Baja.
Was that a pun?
It was
because it's Hard Mountain Dew.
Yeah. All right, John. So, but during the tasting of this new Baja Hard Mountain Dew pack, I think they have fine-tuned the Baja. I think they changed it a little bit to make it closer to what is Baja Blast, the classic Taco Bell exclusive Mountain Dew, which makes me just curious if they're retuning a little bit of all the Hard Mountain Dew, because I tried the Live Wire and it was kind of a stronger, more unique flavor. And so let's just retry regular Hard Mountain Dew.
I like the can.
It's super cool cans, and it's definitely in the seltzer Truly White Claw department, but I like the Hard Mountain Dews.
How do you feel about White Claw?
White Claw sucks.
I mean, you don't like just straight carbonated water either, do you?
No.
Okay, because White Claw, I mean, I don't buy it. I've had it before, but it's not terrible.
I'm a heathen, so I'm just gonna drink it straight out of the can.
Yeah, well, it's Mountain Dew. Go for it. But you've tried this before, right?
I have, but I think they are, despite still being zero sugar, not changing. I think they have added an amount of flavor to this, and that sip basically confirms to me. Like, I think Hard Mountain Dew is actually a great product. I think it's very good. I didn't think any of the original pack when we got it, and we had to get it across country because we had it that early. I don't think it was as good. I don't think it had as much flavor. And now I think they're making them better.
I'm glad. Now, let's try this. There's still a bit of head on top of this thing, but it smells good.
Power through it.
There's jokes to be made there.
I think. Yeah, power that head.
It's good. It's light. I wish there's a little bit more crisp for how like hot it is, but it's a hazy. Hazy is not going to be super crisp, I guess. It's a solid beer. I mean, it's not one I necessarily go like, hey, go pick me up a No Lee Cascade Fog. But if offered, I'm going to happily take it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
Yes, John.
We haven't been here for a while.
No, we haven't. And we want to address that, or we want to pretend like it didn't happen?
No, we're going to address it because that's the only thing I have to talk about.
Okay, great. Rachel sent us some food article links. We can talk about those.
We definitely need to talk about one of them at the end. I think it'd be a nice little dessert to finish off this meaty conversation.
Okay, yeah, let's get meaty in here.
No acknowledgement of that pun. Not the meaty part, the dessert part. Dear Lord, Dave, play into my puns.
No.
Okay, so the reason we haven't been recording is because I have been insanely busy. So I spent 3.5 weeks, I think it was, working 14 to 16-hour days straight. Like I think I had a day and a half off total somewhere throughout that time period, right? And then like leading up to that, I was working long hours and having like work. There's one day we were going to record, but I had a work issue I was having to deal with, and I just couldn't get away from it. And then after those 14-hour day stretch things, it's just been kind of one thing after another. Last time we were going to record, I was in the hospital with my daughter, which I'll get to because we're going to talk about hospital food.
I can't wait to hear about hospital food.
So I was working like I work in an industrial job outside, and I go into this thing, and it's like, okay, so it's me and this guy who's been doing this for like 20 years who's about to retire. And I'm like, perfect. Like I can do the admin part. Like I got that. He can kind of run everything else. I can see how he does it. Great. No, family emergency. He misses the entire thing.
Ugh.
So then there's just like me standing there going, I have to like get things started. I have to make sure everyone's doing the right things. And like there's experts there for the actual like individual maintenance items. Like I don't have to make sure they're doing it right. They know what they're doing way better than I do. We had to get food for everybody because you don't want everyone trying to leave for like 2 hours in the middle of the workday. You know, lose a lot of productivity. All this stuff. I made it through it though. Dave, in case you hadn't noticed. Ben, shush. I forgot I was wearing that. I make it through it. But here's how we did this, right? Like in the past, we'd have something like this, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna feed everyone. All right, let's get pizzas for everyone. Let's get sandwiches. Let's grab burgers from a place up the road, stuff like that. Not this time. This time, there's this like Irish American place called Sean O'Donnell's, like up the road from where we're at. They cater to us every single day.
Oh wow.
Every day. And by catering, I mean they put together 40 meals that one of us went and picked up. It was $947 a day because of tip and everything. But man, I had some good food. Like for a work thing like that, getting fed that well every day, that was the way to go. I did have a shepherd's pie. Yes, it was not my favorite shepherd's pie. I had some corned beef. Hash, no, corned beef and cabbage. That was delicious. You like corned beef there, Dave?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a huge corned beef guy.
How do you feel about fish and chips?
Don't like fish.
At all?
No.
Have you ever had fish and chips?
Not in 20 years.
Okay, because a lot of times a fish and chip, I think it's like cod or something like that. It's not a super fishy fish. It's like a light fishy fish.
Yeah, I've taken like a bite of like Rachel's gotten like fish and chips, and I've been like, cool, I'll try it. And I'm just kind of like, I don't get the appeal. Like I just don't get it. Kind of like I could eat something else.
Okay.
Whatever.
You're a picky eater, aren't you? Like just in general.
Which is funny because I have a food channel.
Yeah, but well, the upside to that is that you don't have to like anything you taste. You can hate everything, and it doesn't matter.
You guys hear that? John's pointing out my I hate everything thing, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes to video games and everything, yeah.
There's a running joke, which is great because it started with Sheldon Forgotten, right? And it really, even me in the early days of gaming content, Dave hates everything. Dave hates games. Why is Dave talking about games? And then I start reviewing food, and I hate half the food I try. And then there's a running bit that Dave still hates everything, except they don't. These two audiences are not the same audiences, but they both say Dave hates everything.
Okay, but these things that you hate, right?
Yes.
Are they generally liked by other people?
Yeah, that's the ones that people get the most upset about. Those are the ones.
Give me an example. Give me a good example here.
I don't like cheese.
I knew this about you, and I'm still speechless.
Like Cheez-Its are fine. Cheese on pizza is fine. The rest of cheese, I could live without it.
But you're good with McDonald's sausage biscuits.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are you gonna tell me it's the most plain thing in the world and I shouldn't eat a sausage biscuit from McDonald's?
No, they're not bad. They're not bad.
Although McDonald's hash brown right now is like $2.70 or some ridiculous amount of money.
But their hash browns are good.
They are, but are they $2 good?
I don't know. The last time I had I think once I got once probably in the last 5 years, I've got a McDonald's breakfast. And it was because I was staying with Carrie and I was going to work the next morning. And usually when I do that, I do what I can to help her and her kids out in the morning and make things smooth for them. I think I often probably fall a little bit short, but I don't normally eat. And I'll either wait till lunch or I'll grab something. So I grabbed like the 2 breakfast tacos meal from McDonald's on the way, and those are the worst breakfast tacos, but they're so delicious.
You went through McDonald's breakfast and you ordered tacos, John. That was your mistake.
No, the breakfast tacos, because it might be one of their best things they have for breakfast. But on top of that, I was driving while eating, and that's difficult to do with some other things because they fall apart.
They all crumble and stuff too.
Yeah. That's why if I'm driving, look, there are certain meals that are like, this is the meal you eat while you're driving, right? So
break those down for us, John. What is your ideal driving food?
Okay, and let's be very clear here. When I say ideal, it's ideal in the way that it's easiest to eat and not completely terrible, right?
Okay.
And so if I'm going to get a burger, which McDonald's sometimes is the most convenient place for me. It's like it's the one place that I kind of drive by between one of my work locations and home that I don't have to leave the highway for, and that's not Wendy's. And I don't like Wendy's. I don't like Wendy's burgers. Okay, so anyway,
I don't like Wendy's food in general. I think Wendy's food is bland every time I go.
The spicy chicken sandwich is good. They got one of the best spicy chicken sandwiches.
Somebody's got to convince me, man. I've gone to Wendy's several times and been like, no.
Have you had the spicy chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
It's probably the second best spicy chicken sandwich of a wide range fast food place, in my opinion. I think we've talked about this, haven't we?
It's been years, John.
Okay, so if I'm going to get a burger, I will get 2 McDoubles from McDonald's. 2 of them, they're like buy one, get one for $1. So I end up paying like less than $4 for these. They're easy to eat because they don't, like, they might get a little greasy in your hands sometimes, not usually. But thank you, Sean. But they're just, I don't know, they're easy to eat. They're filling enough if you get 2 of them. They're cheap enough. It's good. Taco Bell works, but you have to be careful, right? Like you have to get like a bean burrito or something. Or I don't like Crunchwrap Supreme, but like the Crunchwraps would probably work for driving.
Okay.
But any kind of burrito is good. We have Taco Time here. Do you have Taco Time up there?
No, I don't know what the hell Taco Time is.
Taco Time is like Taco Bell if it used good ingredients and had a way smaller menu.
That sounds fantastic.
It is. And all their meals come with tater tots, and their tater tots are fantastic.
That's weird. You've changed my entire tune. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but tater tots, I love tater tots. Rachel, I'm glad you love McDoubles. So anyway, I will go there and get a taco, and their tacos are huge. Like getting a taco is like getting a normal place's burrito. So someone here is saying spicy chicken nuggets with honey packets. Now, I don't know if they're referring to what I'm talking about with driving, but chicken nuggets actually work really well if you're driving. I would not put anything on them, though. I go no sauce because you're just asking to get your steering wheel sticky or something on your shirt.
This is the problem. I like things with sauce. And
so I
don't have to drive, but even in the passenger seat, when you just like hit a bump or whatever, like this, it sucks. Like I don't mind some like French fries, and I just don't eat the sauce. Like it sucks, but I'm disappointed because I don't have the sauce.
Yeah, no, certain things need sauce, right? So there are times when I've gone to like someplace like Jack in the Box, and I'll pick it up with the plan to eat it at my hotel. This is when I was traveling all the time, and I would get the cheddar peppers, and I would eat a couple of those while driving. Now, there's a couple of problems with this. One, those need to be dipped in ranch. and I'm not going to dip in a ranch while I'm driving. So I have to eat a couple without ranch. 2, sometimes if you bite into them, it squirts out of the rest of the piece that you're not biting into. It can like end up all over you or on your face, depending. So those aren't great for eating while driving, but God, they're so good. So good. So good.
Yeah. I don't drive, so
I
get that added advantage. I can pretty much eat anything as long as I don't have to dip it in sauce.
Dave,
Although
speaking,
I think burgers are perfect road food.
No, they're only perfect road food if they're like really bad burgers that don't have much on them.
Yeah, they're not really good burgers; they're just basic burgers.
No,
We're not going crazy here.
You can't.
I think a hot dog works too.
No, hold on a second. We're gonna have to argue at this one. A hot dog does not work unless you're a heathen that eats your hot dogs plain.
All right, well, I'm a heathen, so
yeah. If you're eating a hot dog plain, it's probably the easiest driving food, right?
You can slide it right out of like a Costco foil thing.
Sean, okay, we have to pause this for a second to acknowledge what Sean just said. He says, "I can't believe you've never done Dave's blind taste test."
Every single review I do, Sean, is a blind taste test. Have we not gone over this?
Yes, but you need a banner for that, a specific thing.
You're right. I do need like a blind logo with like a white cane in it that's like a blind taste test, just so people get it.
Okay, I gotta address something else in the chat here. So Emily Butler, I'm not sure who Emily Butler is, but thank you. A plain hot dog is wild. Now, when you say that, do you mean like, holy crap, this is wild, a plain hot dog, woo? Or do you mean like that's a wild idea? Who would do it? I need clarification, please.
Listen, if I can get stadium mustard, I'll put stadium mustard on it. If I can get hot sauce on it, I'll put hot sauce on it. I'll put a lot on a hot dog, but it's just not ketchup and mustard.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Like, and so if my only choices are ketchup and mustard, I'd rather just eat a plain hot dog, Emily B.
Okay. No, like who the hell would do that? Yeah, thank you, Emily Butler. Thank you for clarifying that one. That is very, very important. Okay. Yeah, a hot dog. God, like a hot dog by itself, no, it's just not okay, dude. It's not okay. You need something on there. And first of all, that stadium mustard that I had when I was at your place, I was a bit disappointed by that. Like, it just wasn't. I don't know.
That's not real stadium mustard. I don't understand why stadium mustard isn't a widespread thing. Like, I don't understand why
it's like someone took spicy brown mustard and yellow mustard and mixed them together so it didn't taste quite like either one. It was just like in this bland spot in between.
Yeah, but like
that's what I thought it tastes like.
When you go to a like local baseball game, like, and by that I mean like an actual MLB, like actual Major League Baseball game. You don't have just like at every station it's ketchup, mustard, relish, and then stadium mustard.
No.
Weird. That's weird.
I mean, like it's been a while since I've been to a baseball game and walked around through the food. Like I had to go to one game live last year. I'm gonna miss all the time the Astros come to Seattle this year. This makes me very sad. So, and I also I don't know.
That applies to every stadium in the city, not just baseball.
Sure. But I've never noticed in Seattle, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have it in Houston.
That's weird. I don't know what to do with that. Because that's the best kind of hot dog on the whole planet. And it does need to be from the stadium. It's essential. Stadium mustard is called stadium mustard, obviously, because you get it at the stadium.
Yeah, but also it wasn't good in a bottle at all. Now, hold on a second. One of the best hot dogs, you know what one of the best hot dogs is?
Costco?
Yes, 100%.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah. Yeah. And we had to have talked about it. I have the Costco hot dogs that you buy in the package in my freezer, or actually, I guess they're in my fridge right now. And they're so good. They're the best hot dogs.
They are the best hot dogs. They're the best hot dogs for the best price, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you get it there and it's like a super long hot dog on a not quite as long bun and it's $1.50 with a drink. Yeah.
Yeah. And boiled.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a choice. Okay, it's not bad boiled, but all their hot dogs are good for other purposes. You can get into the higher end of a better quality meat and get better hot dogs than Costco hot dogs, but you don't have to.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
You don't have to, and it'll cost you more money.
Okay, so hot dog and a chicken bake at Costco. I've never had that. It doesn't sound. It sounds like there's gonna be a little too much going on, and like somehow that's gonna turn my stomach. Like it just sounds like it's just a little too much happening.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, John.
So we're talking about driving and food. So speaking of driving, I told you I wrecked my truck, right? We talked about that on an episode in here where I had the wreck in my truck, right?
You hit a cop.
Yeah.
But you actually wrecked the truck?
When I hit the cop, the front end of my truck was bashed in.
Okay, but
what do you think?
When you say wreck, you start to my brain starts spiraling, John. I go into now your truck is totaled completely.
No. It was always still drivable, but I was waiting to put it. So on May 1st, I finally dropped it off at the body shop. Finally got the go ahead from the insurance, drop it off there.
Got it.
Today is the 18th. So yesterday, I was told 7 days. Yesterday, I went there to pick it up because I talked to people the day before, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hey." I'm like, "Hey, look, it's Johnny Casino," because that's what I told them. I didn't, and I'm like, "You got my F-150?" And they're like, "Yeah, we just finished it up. We're washing. Come pick it up tomorrow morning." Great, I'll be there tomorrow morning. I drive my rental car to one town and drop it off in Everett, and I catch a lift to Snohomish. So it's 15 minutes to the rental car place, hang out there a little bit, 15 minutes to the place. I get there, little tiny place. And I walk in and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here for my truck." And they're like, "Oh, hey, you're here for your truck. Here's your keys." And I'm like, these aren't my keys. Like, "Oh, sorry, so many keys here, blah, blah, blah." So they went and found my keys. Here you go. Cool. I walk out, I see my truck coming out from the back side. And I'm walking up on it. I'm like, they told me they were going to wash this. This is dirty. That's fine. I don't care. They don't need to wash it. But I'm like, this is dirty. I look in the back of the truck. So I'm walking up there's parts in my truck in the back of the truck. What'd they do? Fix my truck and it's toss parts in the back. I'm like, "Oh, let's see how the front looks." The front's got to look good again for the first time in months. I walk around, front end of my truck is missing. And I'm like, so I walk back and I walk in the door and they look up at me and I'm like, "Guys, my truck's not fixed." And the guy said, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I mean, my truck's not fixed. The front end is missing." And he's like, "Let me come out there and look at that." And I'm thinking to myself, it's like I said, "Oh, y'all missed a spot." Or, "Oh, there's a scratch y'all didn't fit." No, let me go on. No. The front end is missing. And he walks out and I show, he's like, "Oh," he felt so bad because it was the wrong truck. So now I've dropped off my rental truck. And I don't know how this works because it's all through the insurance company. So I don't know, can I just get it back? Can they do another rental? How does that process work? So luckily I called the rental place and they're like, "Oh, we hadn't finished it out yet. So you just come back and pick it up." So
no, thank God.
Yeah. So my whole morning was me all excited. I'm like, getting my own truck back. Oh.
Oh. That's today?
That was yesterday. Today was spent running my daughter to appointments all day and then working from home, eating leftover deliciousness.
This is a food podcast, John.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you have things to tell me about hospital food.
Yes. So my daughter had a minor surgery that kept us there not quite a day and a half. Okay. So first of all, she comes out of sedation, right? Comes out of the anesthesia. I got back there after she'd first kind of started coming out. The first thing she said was caffeine. And I'm like, cool. And so we're there and she's apparently hungry because she hadn't eaten anything since the night before.
Yeah.
And so she's asking for sandwiches and all this stuff. And the nurses are like, you can't have that here. Let's get you back to your room and you can have that. Now, the way this hospital works is there's a menu. There's a full menu, breakfast served all day, full menu of food. And then there's another one for family members you have to pay for. But the one for the kids, it's all free. Whatever they want. You call it up 45 minutes later, the thing shows up.
Okay.
Now, I have to ask you this. Did Rachel show you the video I sent her?
I did see that.
Yes. So we get in the room and the anesthesia is wearing off quite a bit, but my daughter's still a little bit loopy. and she starts reading the menu because she's hungry. Tears are just coming down her face. And I would love to reenact it, but I can't. I could not do it justice. It was amazing. She thought it was hilarious. Anyway, so she ordered like these like chocolate chip Mickey Mouse pancakes that were like phenomenal. At one point, she ordered like a salmon Caesar salad, and like the salmon was mediocre, but like it was good, and like potatoes. This menu and the food was so good, and like I didn't, and I guess I could have gotten away with doing this if I'd wanted to, but I didn't do this. But I could have like gotten her to order something for me, and how they would know the difference, but I didn't do it. But like I would try the little bits of leftover from whatever she didn't eat. Hospital food is not supposed to be good. Like when you think about hospital food,
no, it's the most. It's as if they 3D printed food. Is what hospital food's supposed to taste like.
Yes, but it is good.
That's weird. That's really weird.
So then I promised her that like when she was okay, when the doctor said it was okay, she could have Starbucks. And there's like 2 Starbucks in the hospital. So I go, and I actually recorded videos of both of these, but they came out poor. I was in the hospital room. I was trying to not be too loud and energetic. Like it felt rushed. So I discarded these videos, but I'm going to talk to you about these things. So you and Rachel both reached out to me about this, like Starbucks Oleta. I don't know how you pronounce it.
No one does.
No one does it. Yeah. And like, hey, if you see one of these, it's only in like the Seattle area, you should check this out. So here's what it is. So it's coffee and olive oil. So there's just a latte, right? Which is where like the coffee beans are soaked in the olive oil and then ground and then turned into coffee, and then they make it to a latte. And then they have like a cold brew one, or 2 different cold brew ones that the olive oil is in the foam at the top. So I go down there.
That sounds so weird.
Okay, well, have you ever had one of their cold brews with the sweet cream?
Yeah, I prefer Dunkin's because I prefer Dunkin' coffee in general, but I love that cold foam they put on top of stuff. Like I'm all for it. Charlie and Emilio cold foam from Dunkin' Donuts is one of the most ridiculously stupid drinks, and I order a Charlie all the time.
Is it like a sweeter? Is the foam have some sweetness to it though?
It's a sweet vanilla cold foam cream that goes on the top of the thing, but the Charlie they put cinnamon sugar in it, so it's cinnamon and vanilla cold foam that you just drink through coffee, and you drink coffee through it, I guess. But it's so good.
Okay, so that's kind of what this is as far as their cold ones, but these ones did not. The one I had did not have any like extra sweetness to it. So I go down there, I order this cold brew thing, and I tell the lady, I'm like, hey, what is this? And she tells me, she's like, do people like it? She's like, some people do, some people don't. If you want to order it and you hate it, you can just bring it back. I'll make you something different.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, it's cool. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to bring it back. Like, a friend of mine has this YouTube channel where he tries all these things and he can't get this. So I told him I would try it and record this. So the guy screws up making it, makes the wrong one.
Yeah.
So then they end up making the right one, but give me both of them. The girl's like, oh, now you have 2 to try for his channel. I'm like, oh, thank you. It's so I go up. Now I'm trying to think of like how to describe this to you. Because
I need you to, John. I actually
yeah. Here's the thing is it wasn't bad, and I drank both of them fully. Like I had way too much coffee that day. I had like 3 cups before we left the house, and then I had 1 at Starbucks when like my daughter was in the surgery and I was just chilling, and then I had 2 more that night. So but I took the cold one, I put it in the fridge, let it sit there for a while. I drank the latte first, and it just tasted like a latte with a slightly duller flavor to it. It's like someone, and I don't know how someone adds dull, but apparently it's by putting olive oil in it. Like it just dulls down the flavor, and that was it. Like that was it. Otherwise, it tastes like a latte. And lattes are generally not sweet unless you get like a vanilla latte or something like that. Otherwise, it's just coffee and milk. So it was just a dull latte. And I drank the other one. It was just a dull cold brew.
Does it have a weird thickness or texture? Or...
Not really. Like it really doesn't do much, but make it kind of dull tasting.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Like I wanted to either be really amazing or really terrible. Like I wanted one or the other. Instead, it was just like, I'll drink it.
Yeah, literally any kind of change would have been interesting. Everybody's adding nitro. I don't know what nitro is.
It's really nitrous oxide.
Yeah, to what though? To
well,
what?
I mean, okay. So if you have a carbonated drink, but that has nitro, like the Pepsi nitro, I guess a nitro cold brew is a little bit different. But you have like the Pepsi nitro or like the nitro beer, it takes the place of the carbonation. I'm not sure about the nitro cold brew what it really does for it. I think it might actually add a thickness to it because nitrous in the place of carbon dioxide, it adds almost more like a thicker, creamier version of carbonation. So maybe it does that with the coffee too.
Doesn't it add a level of caffeine too? Am I crazy? I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're crazy. There's no caffeine in nitro.
Nitrogen oxide.
Nitrogen and nitrogen or nitrogen. Yeah, I make nitrogen for a living, by the way.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Experienced. We've got a couple new fast food items hitting the market that we need to discuss, John.
Okay.
You have been sent articles via our lovely producer, Rachel.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, it was actually your lovely producer, Rachel, sent me a text. And yes, Rachel, I realized, no, it's not a big deal. Okay. Are you ready for these? You want to talk about some of these things, Dave?
Yes, I would like to talk about some of these things.
Okay.
It was already pointed out by his lovely producer.
Yes. Yeah, it was. It's okay. It's fine. At this point, who cares? Wendy's brings the heat with new ghost pepper menu items. Dave, how do you feel about this?
I haven't tried any of these. Our friend Grouchy Surge, the fat man in Vegas, has tried almost all these products.
Yeah. For the listeners, I was just shaking my head in disapproval with his impression.
It's not an impression; it's a thing. He said that the fries are pretty spicy, man.
I mean, ghost peppers are hot.
Yeah, I'm surprised that fast food places are willing to put these things into products.
I mean, there are people that, like they're not so hot that like they're not so hot that they're dangerous.
No, and in small amounts, they're probably not really that hot. Diluted by a bunch of other peppers and seasonings and spices, like it's not going to be that crazy. But I'm appreciating the fact that these fast food places are willing to put some actual heat into things.
Okay, hold on a second. I must correct myself here.
Okay.
They're really hot. I knew they were hot, and I've had ghost pepper sauce before, and yes, it's hot. I didn't think it was as hot as what this thing makes it says. In 2007, the ghost pepper was crowned the spiciest pepper on the Scoville scale at an 800,000 to 1 million SHUS. Which I'm assuming that's Scoville hot something or another.
Ghost pepper used to be the hottest pepper until we got scorpion and I don't remember.
Oh, well, there's the Carolina Reaper, which is about twice as hot as that, or more than twice as hot as that.
Right. It's Carolina Reaper and scorpion pepper have succeeded ghost pepper. But at a point, ghost pepper was pretty much the hottest thing you could get. And you said that article's from 2007?
The articles for more recent, because it's talking about how the Carolina Reaper has come around since then. But here's the funny thing.
Okay.
So this part of this next article, this is on truff.com, whatever that is one that says ghost peppers are safe for some people. Beginning with the pros, it's worth noting that some people can eat bits of this pepper with little discomfort. The rule of thumb is that you may be able to eat them every day as long as the amount you consume is under 1/50th your body weight. Who sits there and thinks about that?
How do you
who's like, I'm
Hold. I don't actually know my current present exact weight, right? But let's just guesstimate here at 150th. I feel like that's quite a bit.
And that's 1/50th of your body weight per how long? Like, is that a day? Is that a year? Your lifetime?
Yeah, because if we say lifetime, I guarantee you I could eat more than that amount in weight of those peppers in my lifetime. But I feel like eating this amount of peppers in a singular day, I'm not going to give this number. That's insane. Yeah. That's an insane amount of food. If I could eat that many just regular ass peppers, that would be insane.
Yeah, no, this is nuts. Okay. Okay, so this article goes on to like, this is the cons of the adverse reactions. If you're still thinking about eating this pepper, if you're still thinking eating this pepper is something you want to try, be aware that capsaicin, I might be pronouncing that correctly, is the primary factor that makes peppers hot. This substance activates pain sensors in your nerves, and too much of it has caused some to experience seizures, heart attacks, and hallucinations. Yeah, so that's a thing.
Yet we're just selling this at Popeyes and Wendy's.
Yeah, well, but here's the deal. Like, okay, these things are going to be hot. Don't get me wrong. And I was trying to think of like when I've had it, and I realized what it is. When I was in Pueblo, Colorado.
Okay.
Every time I went to Pueblo, which I went there a bit for work when I was traveling, I would go to this one place with these guys that worked up there, and we would get what's called a slopper. So it's basically like an open face burger covered in this like hatch green chili or this Pueblo chili sauce or something like that, chili. And so it's covered in that, and then they put, if you wanted a piece of cheese set on top of it as well, you could. And the fries are all like mixed in with this whole dish. It's amazing, but only eat it once in a 1 week trip. It will hurt you. Okay. But the first time they're like, do you want the ghost pepper or whatever cheese? And I'm like, go for it. It was no joke.
Yeah.
It was no joke.
So the bar that we've been to, one of my favorite local bars with the best wings, they all do taco nights, and they had a ghost pepper taco that was part of that for a while. And I was trying to like just build that tolerance to it, right? Because that's how you get better at doing heat, is you just do more heat.
I mean, to an extent, basically, what you're killing your taste buds, I guess.
Yeah, but it definitely is. It's definitely a challenge. It's actually definitely burns a bit. We did ghost pepper chips from Pocky on the channel. Those were pretty hot. These Popeyes ghost pepper wings, though, definitely stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll see me try it because it's happening.
Okay, here's the deal. I don't watch a lot of videos. I know you post them like 5 different places for me to have the link to get to every video.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, I just don't get around to it. I'm either working extra long or playing single dad or somewhere in between or trying to spend time with Carrie. And
yeah.
So I don't catch these very often. But if you try these ghost pepper wings, 100%, I am watching that.
You'll make time for this.
Yeah, I need Rachel to like do a zoom in of your forehead afterwards, like to see the beads of sweat build up and start to roll down and fall off.
And also, if you are a patron of the Snack Network at patreon.com/the Snack Network, you'll get the full uncut version for $3 if you're exclusive tier for $3 a month. Okay, you'll get everything. I'll just record the entire thing. It won't get cut down at all. You can actually watch me suffer the whole way through. So consider that.
Okay. Do we want to talk about Wendy's blueberry pomegranate lemonade?
I tried it. It's good. It's $4.80 for a lemonade. That's where I draw the line at being insane. It's too expensive.
That's where the line is.
No, it's very good. It's very good. It is too expensive. And people, we've gotten some comments lately on the channel, as well as other food content creators. We've been getting comments that say you guys are judging the food, not the price. And I strongly disagree with that. The price is a factor in me judging the food.
Well, okay, but it's almost two separate things that go together and need to go together, right? Like you could sit there and be like, this is the greatest glass of wine I've ever drank in my life that comes out of a $400,000 bottle. But would you ever recommend this to anybody? No.
Right.
So you could take like, man, this is delicious. Oh, this tastes amazing. No one, but it's still not worth the price. Like that is a caveat that can happily go with it.
Yeah, and I think that's important to acknowledge. I don't think that the new lemonade at Wendy's is worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good. It's good. If you really like that, if it sounds good to you, it's good. It's just you can go other places and get very gourmet lemonades for very similar prices that are just as good, if not better. I'll tell you who's good ass lemonade like that. I'll break it down right now. They don't have very good food. It's Charlie's Cheesesteak, though. Those lemonades are solid.
I don't think we have those around here.
Yeah, well, you're not missing out. Charlie's Cheesesteak is very bland food. If you disagree, Dave, fight me in the comments. Let's go.
All right, Dave. This next one's for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
And I don't know if she showed you all these ones that she was sending me, or if you paid attention or looked at them. But this one's definitely for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about SpaghettiOs, just in general?
No more SpaghettiOs. I've had just screw SpaghettiOs entirely. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. They're nasty. And I know what you're about to say because I follow this stuff.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I guess it's not for you because you don't like spaghetti. I don't like SpaghettiOs either. Don't be wrong. SpaghettiOs are made for small children. Like
John Urbanic in the chat. Hi, John. Thank you for sending us a bunch of snacks. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment.
So Carrie's kids are a bit younger. One or both of them like SpaghettiOs. I don't get it. My kids used to eat Jozos, which are the Trader Joe's version of them. No, it's the Trader Joe's ones called Jozos. They're possibly better quality. A lot of things from Trader Joe's are. But let me read the SpaghettiOs Spicy Original made from Frank's Red Hot. I am not a Frank's Red Hot fan. It's not a flavor I enjoy.
Are you okay? Are you good?
It's just look. I like spicy things. I like hot sauces. I like salsa because salsa has good flavor. Like not all salsa, some sauce sucks, but I like salsa, like picante sauce. I like I don't like straight Tabasco. It doesn't have a good flavor. It just tastes like
I don't like Tabasco. I can agree with that one.
Yeah, if Frank's isn't much better than
Tabasco. What's your defaultive hot sauce then? I'm just curious.
I mean, I don't just toss hot sauce on a lot of things. If I just want to make something spicy, I'll use sriracha a lot of times because I always have that in my fridge.
Okay. Not what I will do, but I understand it.
I like sriracha.
I like Texas Pete. Texas Pete is good.
See, Texas Pete falls under that same thing as Frank's and Tabasco in my book.
Hey, Frank's. Hey, Frank's Red Hot. If you're listening, I just want to clarify this statement really, really carefully, though. I really love Frank's Red Hot. We buy a giant gallon of Frank's Red Hot and put that shit on everything, literally. But Texas Pete is better. It's more flavorful. It has a better taste. That doesn't negate the fact that I love you, Frank's Red Hot.
Now that you're done, I don't know, trying to serenade or I don't know. I don't even know what that. I mean, I guess I have not been in the dating scene enough to know what you just did. But
I was just telling Frank how much I care about him. And
someone please cut that out. Cut me that audio. I'm just telling Frank how much I care about him. Okay, so here's the thing: is like a lot of that stuff. It's just heat. For the most part, it's just heat with like a not great flavor. You know what Tabasco's good though, and Emily Butler there, who agrees with me, Tabasco is gross. Chipotle Tabasco is fantastic.
Okay, see, I need clarifications like that, but I've had that. That's the last time I tried Tabasco and hated it.
Which one? The Chipotle?
At Chipotle.
No, not at Chipotle.
Oh no! Oh,
It is-
Chipotle
it is
Tabasco.
Chipotle Tabasco. It's like a smoked Tabasco. Like it has like a smokiness to it, and it's a darker color, and it has the same heat-ish. Like it's actually probably a little bit less heat, but like the flavor is good. It's amazing. Like put it on eggs, put it on everything. I don't use it enough because I forget I have it in my cabinets. But like the Chipotle, not Chipotle, the place, Chipotle flavored Tabasco is phenomenal.
I hate Tabasco. The last time I said, all right, you know what, I'll give Tabasco another chance was at Chipotle, the place.
Yeah, but it's Tabasco. And
it's gross. It's disgusting.
So I need to read this to you, Dave.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is the write-up for the SpaghettiOs.
Okay.
Dig into a dish of SpaghettiOs spicy original canned pasta made with Frank's Red Hot. Each bite features classic O-shaped pasta to add some fun to lunchtime and puts a spin on traditional tomato sauce with a tomato and cheese combo. First of all, I'm not an English major, and I'm not going to try to break down that sentence, but it seems like it is not proper. There's no punctuation in the middle of that. It seems like somewhere there should have been punctuation. Okay, one cup of microwave pasta has 1/2 cup of vegetables. I don't think that's true unless they're just counting a 1/2 cup of tomato in their tomato sauce. That is the only vegetable in this thing. Anyways, 1/2 cup of vegetable and 4 essential nutrients in the pasta for an entree. I don't know how many essential nutrients you should be getting. 4 seems a little low. Make this canned food when you're craving lunch.
Do you follow that guy on TikTok who rebrands stuff to be healthy? He just takes I'll send it to you. I'll send you one later. It's real good because he'll just take like, here's Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, I'm sorry, Reese's peanut butter cups. And he'll be like, it has added protein. That's not a lie. It does. It has 4 grams of protein. So he can just make Reese's like protein plus. And it's not a change in the ingredients, not a change in the recipe. He can just put generic health terms on it, change the packaging to be all white and like minimalistic, and you go, here's Reese's plus protein. Reese's.
I need to watch this. I also want you to know that if you scroll down on this page a little bit, they have like, you may also like, and here's what it gives you: cream of celery soup. Nobody likes cream of celery soup. Like it's probably good for cooking with, but no one's just like, oh, give me a bowl of cream of celery, please.
No one likes cream of celery soup.
Mushroom soup. I ain't gonna find too many people that just want to eat straight mushroom soup. Once again, cook with it. Go for it. But that's about it.
Also, definitely not the same people who are eating Frank's Red Hot SpaghettiOs.
Yes. Yes.
Which is really, really the point here.
Okay, so we have one more item here to talk about to wrap things up.
Okay.
Now this one's important to me, and I need this, and I need to get a family member to find this and send this to me somehow.
Okay.
Bluebell and Dr. Pepper team up for new Dr. Pepper float ice cream.
Sounds like everybody has been finding it at Walmart this week, and not just Southern people.
I don't think they have Bluebell in Washington. Like Bluebell has expanded. So Bluebell is from Brenham, Texas, right? And we used it. It was close enough that we would take field trips there as a kid, and it would be like an 1.5-hour drive. But the creamery there had an amazing tour that you could do. Like the tour is so good, and going through, you can see all these things and whatever. It was great. You got ice cream at the end. I grew up on Bluebell. Love Bluebell. You can't get it in Washington.
This sounds amazing. I've never had Bluebell ice cream that I can remember. I know it's a thing. I know it's a Texas thing. I've never looked that hard for it.
So for a long time, you could really only get it in Texas, and then kind of expanded to like Texas and like the states just around it. It's gotten further. It's one brewery in Brenham, Texas. Like Brenham is a podunk town. But I need this because I've had an actual Dr. Pepper. I've had Dr. Pepper plenty of times. Whataburger had a Dr. Pepper milkshake that was phenomenal. And I got that one of the last times I was in Houston when I went down there for something. But this looks so good. So good.
Dr. Pepper is an essential ingredient in things, and people do not realize it.
It's Dr. Pepper so good.
It's Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is great.
Did I tell you that I did get that Dr. Pepper strawberry cream, whatever it was?
You did not tell me that. How do you feel? How are you feeling?
I really like it. I still have I have not gone through all 12 of them, and I've had them in there for like 2 months.
Are you treasuring them?
No, I just try not to drink sodas too much.
Yeah, no, I get that. I drink a lot in just trying things for this channel, so I don't get to drink as much just pleasure beverages. I love strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, John.
That's the one, yeah.
Is literally in my top 2 sodas, top 3 sodas. Depending on
how do you feel about the cream soda Dr. Pepper?
It's fine. It's not a problem. It's good. It doesn't immediately jump up as being like one of my favorite things ever. Like the strawberries and cream does. Where if you ask me on the right day, I'm going to tell you, yeah, strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite soda, period.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good. And I remember you made the comment you didn't think I was going to like it. You weren't sure.
I wasn't sure.
John, I need you to know, I understand Dr. Pepper doesn't actually have his doctorate. Now, I knew a guy whose dad was Dr. Pepper, right? Paul Pepper's dad was a doctor. He was Dr. Pepper, but that's not who we're talking about here. We're talking about Dr. Pepper, who you're saying isn't actually a doctor. But what you don't know,
not Dr. Pepper from Winchesterton, Iowa.
No, but what you don't realize is he was actually given a doctorate, not like an official. What's it called? Like whenever a school basically gives someone a doctorate without actually giving them an actual doctorate. There's a name for that.
Indoctrination? No.
Yes, Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pepper has been indoctrinated. No. So anyway, so he does have his doctorate. It's not an official one, but he does get to actually teach classes like how to put all those flavors in one can. That's one class that he teaches. Why Dr. Pepper is better than all other sodas. Another class he teaches. It seems a little biased because he's the one teaching it, but they let him teach it, and the class is always sold out. So, yeah,
doctors in marketing. That's a thing, John.
You can get a doctorate in anything.
I can get a doctorate in whatever you want to. What do you want a doctorate in? You can get a doctorate in something that's not being a doctor. What do you want a doctorate in?
So my master's is in management.
Okay.
It never used it, but I have it. I think it would be fun because I just enjoy the studying, like the way people manage and lead and stuff like that. I think I would want to get a doctorate in that if I could. It's not an exciting answer, I know.
I feel like I want a doctorate in marketing now. I feel like I want it.
I mean, you're a few steps behind.
Yeah, no, I'd have to go like basically start over school again.
like you need to go get a bachelor's first. I mean, I think you can skip masters, but yeah,
I need that bachelor's degree first.
Yeah, but I think if I could find like a fun thing to get one in,
communications.
No. I want something like bizarre. I want like food science or something like that would be fun. And then I could go tell John Tafford. I could go find John Tafford and be like, your bar science. I know my food science. And I have this little thing that goes around my neck that shows that I have a doctorate. And you can call me Dr. Casino. No, John Tafford's all right. I watch Bar Rescue every night to fall asleep to. That is my fall asleep to show. It's free on Pluto.
Speaking of falling asleep, I'm sure our entire chat room, including Emily B, John Urbanic, Jimmy Young, Rachel, who else is hanging out with us? Sean Capri,
Ben was there.
BB. Yeah, Ben. Guys, if you joined us tonight for Delicious Discussions, episode 8, I'm Dave Moore. That's Johnny Casino. You can follow everything that the Snack Network does at the Snacknet or at thesnacknetwork.com.
And we promise we're when we're not coming off such a long break, we'll get better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. We'll be good. The next. See, listen. The preparation for this show was we good for tonight, John. I heard we might possibly be good to record tonight. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna be busy the rest of the entire day. I can't prep for this in any way at all. And I will see you live at 10:30.
Yeah, and if we had a video game show, I could talk about that. If we had a tech show, I could talk about that. Food stuff, I just have a lot to talk about right now.
Tomorrow night, if you enjoyed watching us live, we will be tasting the Simply Spiked Peach pack live starting at 9:00 Eastern. So if you want to come hang out with Jeff, Curtis, and I, we'll be doing that here. Tons of videos coming out. Yes, John.
Emily it says, I'm here. Are you going to Remy's after this? I don't know what she means.
If I'm allowed to crash Remy's party, I will go drink a beverage live on TikTok with Remy, the snack god. So go tell him I'm coming.
Nice.
And we'll see you next week at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday nights for delicious discussions. I'm gonna play some music. Thank you for joining us. We'll get back up to Patreon recordings and things for this show starting next week. Thank you all. Smash that like button like it owes you money.
Yes, an honorary degree. Sorry, an honorary degree. Thank you, Jim.
Taste something new. That seems like a really basic name.
Like it's like an honorary doctorate.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, what's his name? That actor, that all right guy. Why am I blanking on it?
How long have we done shows where I cannot pull out actors' names to save my life?
I am blanking on his name, but he has one from University of Texas and he teaches a class there, and it would be amazing to go to a class from that guy. Anyway, peace out. Home skillet.
We're here to taste some food. We're here to boost your mood. Life is delicious on the Snack Network.
Yes, Matthew McConaughey. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you guys for watching. Good night. I guess I'm gonna go drink some alcohol with Remy. So we'll see you then. Bye.